All right. I was warned ahead of time that this one may be a little triggering. So, yeah, you may get to see me a little triggered and hot at this one. Like, subscribe, comment, get these subscribers up. Let's go.
Something off my chest about the black man that thoroughly frustrates me. Can I do it? I'm gonna do it anyway. You know, my favorite flavor of ice cream is hardworking black man, but I can't seem to find that flavor in the store no more.
Really, nigga?
And I'm trying to figure out why. In my experience, specifically when it comes to dating, black men just off top want us to submit, but provide nothing. To submit to. Nowadays, y'all don't even have the education or credentials to be talking to. You need to
Um, um, Maybe the kind of guys you're looking for don't like women that refer to themselves as. Maybe the kind of guy you're looking for doesn't like weave down to your kneecaps that's also blonde. Maybe the kind of guy that you're looking for don't like women who are tatted like the Mexican mafia. Maybe the kind of guy that you're looking for doesn't want you. So the kind of guys that are actually approaching you and willing to deal with you ain't the guys you want. And the guys you actually want don't want you. Is that possible?
expand your emotional vocabulary. It's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your I think yes, right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down. Not tolerating that. Like it used to be where men provided financially or with schmeat and can make their own self come and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If
Y'all have become such men that now you want men to be women. Since when have men been emotional? Since when haven't men been shutting down? Since when? And matter of fact, they was right. This was going to be triggering. Women are the first ones to shut down. Have you guys ever tried to have a real deal conversation with a woman and she just shuts down? Have you ever had a woman that you tried to get to take some accountability and she just shuts down? Like the nerve of them to act like it's just guys out here that shut down. The reason guys shut down is because we're not meant to speak about our problems. Speaking about your problems boosts estrogen. Boosting estrogen can cause heart issues and all sorts of shit for men. That's why meditation was created. Meditation was made for men to forget about what happened yesterday and be able to go into the next day strong and ready to go. We weren't meant to talk about our problems. We were meant to hit punching bags. We were meant to go build shit. We were meant to go chop trees. That's the way we deal with our shit. Don't get mad at us because we don't want to deal with our problems the same way you want to deal with yours. You want to talk to your homegirls about your problems. You want to talk to us about your problems. Don't get mad at us because we don't want to talk to you about our problems. What guy in his right mind would step into this situation knowing that you don't need him? What kind of drive do you have, do you expect a man to have if you just named all the reasons you don't need him? You can provide for yourself, you got these stupid ass toys, so you don't need us, because apparently that's all we provide. Now, for a guy of some kind of pristine, for a guy who values himself in any way, shape, or form, we would never deal with a woman who speaks like you. We just wouldn't. You sound like a constant headache.
just telling you, I need you to communicate more. Open your mouth. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men. Black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary because a lot of y'all don't even have the words to express how you're feeling.
Oh, fuck this.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
The reason we don't have the words to express how we're feeling is because we don't think with our feelings and we're not supposed to be expressing our feelings. If you're seeing hundreds of thousands of millions of men having the same issue, and these men they didn't have this issue before. Men did not have this issue before. There's never been a conversation about men not expressing themselves. Women just accepted the fact that men are stoic. They accepted the fact that men love their masculinity and they love to live in it. You new age of women have become so manly that now you want us to be women. Now you want us to take on the same vocabulary that you take on. And what happens when we do that is we become less attractive to you. As we become less attractive to you, you get on TikTok and start complaining about how we're less attractive to you. Where do you think these weak men came from? 75% single parent household? Women raise these men. Women raise these men to think exactly like you are telling them to think. And look at the outcome. The outcome is something you don't even want. So you're teaching niggas how to get friend zoned.
So when you expand your vocabulary and knowledge of what you are experiencing, because y'all are human beings who experience feelings and emotions and don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all ain't had to choke that shit down since 2016. Anyway.
We do experience feelings and emotions, but we process them differently. We deal with them differently. I thought women knew this. Why is this something so new that you are loaded with this thing called estrogen that causes you to act one way? We are loaded with this thing called testosterone that causes us to act another way. This is going to affect our thinking. This is going to affect our rationale. This is going to affect the way that we move. As men, we don't like talking. Think about two men arguing. Eventually, these two men hit a point where they're like, yo, I ain't with all this talking stuff. You can step outside and knuckle up, or we can stop talking. Because men don't move like that. Now, women, they have the capacity to argue all day long. You guys know it. You'll never win an argument against a woman because we tap out, because we don't want to deal with that. We resort immediately to either violence or to walk away from the situation. That's how men move. Now you want us to start expressing our feelings and being more emotional, and with that is going to come less drive, less ambition, less testosterone-based thinking, which makes them less attractive to you. Now you on TikTok wondering where the real men are. They're busy expressing themselves and expressing their emotions, and they can't do that in the job site working next to niggas like me.